Reynolds movie from a long time ago where he's stranded out in the sea. And he says, God, if you'll save me, I will donate $50,000 to charity. And all of a sudden he's got the strength and he goes in it. And he said, the closer he gets, he goes, 25,000. By the time he gets to shore, it's like $300 or something. And it's
God, I don't need it anymore. It's like
save me. Kick it once.
It's okay, I found the part.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's interesting. Getting back to the ice, water. It's so true because Deborah told me a story when he was in yeshiva in Morristown, New Jersey, Buffalo School. It was Erev Shabbat, and all the Bachram went to the mikvah, to Twivel. And for some reason or other, to warm up the water wasn't working. And nobody really wanted to go in because the water was ice. So the head of the yeshiva said, okay, I'll go in. So I jumped in, and then everybody else followed him after that. Icy cold water, they all jumped in there.
Right. Right. We have to keep in mind that really, like all the Torah stories are really to expand our consciousness, to allow ourselves to think that there's more to life than what we see.
Mm-hmm.
We have to keep that in mind. So whenever you look at the Torah stories or later Chasidic stories, whatever, Mishnah stories also, Talmud stories, that we are like we still stay analytical. We're so analytically programmed.
Mm-hmm.
We're so rationally programmed. It's so hard for us to come out from that rational way of thinking. But all these amazing stories are not for us to rationalize them. They're for us to be able to expand our consciousness to a place beyond rationalism, beyond the rationale. And it's like, and then when you allow yourselves to go into that place, that's where miracles happen, right? So it's like you can look at the story with Avram Avinu not burning in the Kivshana Esh, right? But like, and then you see, like I was hearing this, remember the Carmel big fire, right? There was this woman, I remember she said, all the cars on my street burnt except for my car, right? Or like all these stories now that we see with all these houses being bombed with missiles or cars or, whatever, the tefillin didn't get hurt, or the siddur didn't get hurt, or the whole Aron Kodesh wasn't touched, or the whole whatever, the bookcase of the holy books didn't get ruined. Everything is shattered. Everything is bad, right?
God bless you.
Bless you, right? So then there are a lot of people who say, but people were, God forbid, hurt. And so what does that mean about God? So he likes the books more than he likes, the people? But that's not the issue. The issue is, can we finally open up our eyes and see that something supernatural can happen in the world, right? We don't understand why God did this or that. And we don't try to understand either. It's none of my business, right? It's like, to connect to God is not from a place of understanding his calculations in the world. That's not connecting to God. Connecting to God is to connect to the supernatural realm in my existence. That's to connect to Hashem. And that's the place where we want to get connected to. That's the spiritual elevation that we want to touch on in life. And the more we touch on it, the more we hear the angel on our left shoulder, right? Or on our right shoulder, whatever, right?
It deserves repeating. Sippy said something kind of just borrow it this
Please.
morning, and you were with me. We were right. Why would the first Lucha smash thinking that it was about anger? And you said something about the letters, the holy letters went up.
She said about the letters.
Oh, this Tippy.
This Tippy, yeah.
The holy
This
letters.
Tippy.
No, I know she wasn't there.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
I don't know the name.
Yeah,
That's
Tippy.
okay. The holy letters went up instead. And that was like what a teaching.
It was a wow moment for me.
Yeah.
I'll just repeat it. The idea that of the smashing of the tablets. You want to say it again, Sippy? You said it
Well,
so
I really
beautifully.
didn't say anything about the letters.
No, you connected to us with the letters,
Yeah.
but yeah.
What Moshe was afraid, what I'm scared of really, was that the people were not mature enough to accept an abstract God, and that they had to have something representational, physical. And this is why they made the Rebbe. And he was suddenly taken with this feeling that if they do that, they will do that with the Luchot, which are just a thing. It's not God. It's a thing made by God, touched by God, all the rest of it, but it's not God.
It's not a thing. Yeah. This is such a haha moment. Yeah,
That's a
like
huge lesson, and
unbelievable.
that's very, very less to do with his
Yeah.
anger and more to do with his intellect of like they're not ready.
Right.
They shouldn't have this.
So here, I think in this story about Moshe Rabbeinu, we see a lot of. There's, by the way, there's maseem lemotzaehem and motzaehem lemasehem, meaning that sometimes you see the purpose of the journey in the beginning, and sometimes you see the purpose of the journey only in the end, right? So sometimes you see what is Hashem, Yud Kei Vav Kei, past, present, and future, right? Sometimes you see the cause or the purpose of your pain, looking back and saying, I got that wisdom. Or like so many people who lost their children now are like, at least, like for my nephew, for example, they established this new new ma'abada, how do you say, like a laboratory in Shaarei Tzedek examining the cause of his death, so you sanctify basically the death by bringing more life into the world, right? So sometimes you see the or you see something holy, you see something positive, you see something, something of vitality, that is caused by pain, right? And sometimes you see along the journey how things unfold and you understand why Hashem put you on this journey, right? Sometimes you only see it in a retrospective. So with this Moshe Rabbeinu story, I see many layers of learnings, right? There's the anger learning, which we discussed widely this morning. And then there's this idea that another level of lesson of understanding that we want a more spiritual God in our lives. I think that, I don't know, like I see it with a lot of like Dafka, many times people who represent God want a more physical God. And Dafka, many times people who, so to speak, we look at them as, a little bit further away from religion, from God, have a much more spiritual God in their lives. And we want to connect to that. So the tablets, in a way, what Tzipi is saying, is representing that physical aspect of God. Instead of just connecting to, there's the Yud Kei Vav Kei. So, right, there's 4 letters representing God. Anyway, according to Kabbalah, there's others, but the foundation is Yud Kei Vav Kei, right? But what is the most important letter from the Yud Kei Vav Kei? The Yud. The Yud represents the Keter, the crown, and it represents basically the ultimate wisdom. What's the ultimate wisdom? Is Hashem, is God. It's beyond anything that I can comprehend, right? Mm-hmm. It's like you tell children, mommy and daddy decided so, but mommy and daddy are so evil that they decided so, right? But it's going to ruin your teeth, or you're going to get hurt, or whatever, right? So it's like we connect to that ultimate wisdom of our ultimate Father and Mother in heaven, the Shekhinah and Kudsha B'richu, and we allow that to penetrate into our hearts, that ultimate wisdom knows what's best for my journey. So, and sometimes it's really, really hard to comprehend, but this is our work in this world, right? So the more we allow ourselves to go into that and understanding that it's not only the religion that represents Hashem, that, religion helps us understand different concepts about Hashem, religious philosophy, mitzvot, halachot. They all allow us to connect to Hashem on different levels. But in the end, if I don't do the inner work, it's all worthless. It all has to like what's the word, encourage me to look for a deeper level in my heart, to put me on that journey, to put me on that quest,
There's a
right?
lot of humility.
It-
Humility
right.
to say, it's not me, it's,
Right. And I have to keep realizing that the next level is not enough, and something else happens, and the next level is not enough. There's always another level.
Yeah.
What do you want to
share
say?
this with everyone.
So you go ahead. You tell us about it.
Okay, so this morning